Calgary's Iranian community is closely watching as things unfold in the Middle East, and their views on the conflict are deeply divided. Some are calling it a liberation war for Iran, but others condemn the attacks by Israel and the United States. Terry Fikowski reports.
Parviz Achani is glued to his TV as violence escalates in the Middle East and his home country of Iran.
The city here it says Isfahan. That's where I was born.
He fled for safety in Canada 4 decades ago, leaving most of his family behind.
You could not open your mouth. I had several friends that were executed.
42 years later, he's watching as conflict now intensifies with Israel. And on Monday, Iran launched a retaliatory attack on a U.S. military base in Qatar for the American bombing of nuclear sites over the weekend. But Achani believes the attacks are necessary to bring an end to the regime in Iran.
People are, in fact, very thankful of what Israel is doing, and they really consider this sort of a liberation war. I mean, it is a painful thing, but we needed some help.
But not all in the Iranian community agree. A protest took place at City Hall Friday, condemning Israel and accusing it of violating international law.
This war was an unprovoked war. The nuclear threat is an imaginary threat.
Many with family in Iran fear for their loved ones.
On the brink of chaos, fearful that at any moment things could get out of control.
Question to what extent Israel will go given its other conflict with Hamas, which some say amounts to war crimes in Gaza.
Especially seeing the genocide in Gaza recently, we are really worried about how Israelis treat human life and what could happen to Iran as a result.
However, some experts suggest Iran has played a key role in fueling regional conflicts.
It's one of the leaders of hybrid warfare. I mean, remember that for a very long period, they are the ones that are providing the assistance to Hamas, to Hezbollah.
Achani's never been able to return to Iran, even for his parents' funeral, but holds out hope for a peaceful future.
To bring maybe my children, my family, to show them, where I come from. I'm hoping that day is very soon.
Terry joins us live with more. And Terry, as tensions and violence escalate in the Middle East, Ottawa has started to help Canadians get out of Israel.
Ian, Ottawa says it has more than enough spots on buses and planes to evacuate Canadians from the Middle East. This just days after it told its citizens that it needed to make its way to neighboring countries on their own. Today, Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand said 55 Canadians were transported by bus from Tel Aviv to Jordan and another 7 from the West Bank. And Ian, yesterday buses in Turkey at a border crossing near Iran were also picked up some Canadians wishing to leave the region. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Terry.